Now, here is this wonderful medieval town called Carcassonne. Apart from being famous for its antiquities and stuff like that, it was founded in the 6th century initially, and then rebuilt in the 13th century. It's remained preserved ever since by a magic wand, I would imagine. They've also got quite a good rugby team as well. But one of their classic dishes here is a thing called a cassoulet. It's basically baked beans with meat. Now, the meat could be, and often is, preserved goose or preserved duck, pork, sausages. They also make it with mutton, they make it with partridge, they put anything into it. It's one of those dishes that dates from pre-potato times, when beans were the staple diet down here on the Mediterranean area of France and indeed Spain. Now, in here, in goose fat, I've got some bits of smoked belly of pork frying away. The next thing I'm going to add into that is going to be some finely chopped onions and stir those in. I'm going to add some crushed local purple-skinned garlic, which is very strong, lovely sunshine garlic this is. Pop those in there. And then a load of tomatoes. Now let all that lot sweat down just for a few moments in the goose fat. Right, now the haricot beans I've soaked in water overnight so they've swollen up and they're ready to cook. They also now go onto this bed of pork, garlic, onions and tomato. Then we add some bay leaves, some thyme, lovely sun-dried stuff, and a sprig of rosemary as well. Bend that in. We'll add a bottle of the Languedoc white wine, Sauvignon. Why not? It's absolutely excellent. Now, in fact, that's absolutely perfect. This needs to cook for about an hour and a half. You might like to cook it in your oven. I don't have an oven to cook it in. And from time to time, you might need to add a little more liquid to it. And that cooks for about 1.5 hours. And all this lovely fat also goes in. Ouch. Chuck that on the floor. One of the most important things is this is preserved duck. It's cooked duck, which has been packaged in its own fat, and you buy it from the supermarket or the delicatessen. That is the next thing that goes into this dish. Now, all of that just cooks away gently for only about another 20 minutes because the beans have been cooking in their sauce for about an hour and a half. These things were already either cooked or partly cooked. Lid goes back on, and that just stays there for about 20 minutes to warm through the cooked meats. Now, here in the Languedoc, they have a salad called an anchoyade, and it could be potatoes, tomatoes, eggs, and anchovy. It could be all sorts of different things, but it's basically vegetables and anchovies. Here's my version. First of all, a pile of salad leaves in the middle of the whole thing. Then around it, some raw carrots, some strips of red peppers, some lovely spring or summer onions, some sticks of cucumber, some spicy hot little radishes, some tomatoes, some hard-boiled eggs all around. Into the middle of the lettuce, some chopped up boiled potato. On top of that, fillets of anchovy which have just been marinated in olive oil and lemon juice. Then a jolly good dollop of garlic mayonnaise as well. And this is anchovy fillets in olive oil, garlic and capers and lemon juice whisked up in a little blender. And you pour this over the whole lot. And that really is la cuisine du soleil, the cooking of the sun. This is what you get down here. Right, so we're beginning to get together now a Languedocian feast, the main bit of which is, of course, the Imperial Works Cassoulet, which should now be in jolly good shape. So hold on. Have that over there. And we'll start ladling some of this out. Sausages, preserved goose or duck, beans, the sun-dried herbs of Languedoc, which are known as herbes de Provence, because gastronomically speaking, we are indeed still in Provence. And that is a cassoulet. And I think it's really rather good.